All right, welcome back. So today I'm going to be making some fire starters. So, so this is paper, just shredded paper that I have. I was trying to use like sawdust and stuff, but this paper makes it easier to light when you have the paper in here than like the sawdust, because sawdust takes a little longer. And then I also have a whole bunch of wax that I had got, so I'm going to use that to make some of these fire starters. So once I get a couple of people on here, then I'm going to burn some of these fire starters just to show you what they look like and how long they burn. So does this zoom in or out? That's it. It seemed like it was farther zoomed out, and then all of a sudden it like super zoomed in. There we go. I don't know what was happening there. So, trying to get my tripod to stay still. All right, so these are the fire starters. There's some wax in here, but there's not much wax in here. But these are my test ones. So in a little bit, I'm gonna light one of these so we can see like how long it actually does burn, which it burned for a good amount of time that you would be able to light something. So here's some of these fire starters. This is a wax melting thing that I got on Amazon, which it just heats up the wax. I can set it to different temperatures. When I'm trying to keep the wax warm, most of the time it's like around a 3, 4, sometimes 1 just to keep it warm. But if I'm trying to like really melt it down, I'll put it at a 5. But right now I'm just trying to keep that wax that is in here warm before I add more wax. So probably could move my container. What's up? I'm making some fire starters in a little bit, trying to get my camera situated. So I'm making my fire starters. Whoops. I'm making my fire starters from, I was just showing these. Shredded. I tried it with sawdust. It works, but I don't really like it. And then I have some soy wax, which is so if they're using it in their campfires or something to cook over, it's not a problem. Because that was another thing I found, was if you're using, you got to use a food grade wax, because you don't know if they're using it over to start a fire for food. So this is what the fire starters look like. I used a couple sample ones. So it's just shredded paper in a cup, and then there's wax poured in there. So then this is paper, plus all the paper in here burns for a good amount of time. So once I'm going to start making a couple, and then once we get a couple more people watching, I'm going to light one of them so we can see how long it takes to burn. Well, so you guys can see how long it takes to burn. And I'll also see if I can link it. I'll link my fire starters. I think. All right, I'm going to try to link my All right, there. So now I linked the fire starters down below. So I'm going to add more wax to my container and get this melting so it can, well, heat it up so I can start making my fire starters. So I bought this from Amazon. I don't remember how much this melting thing is, but I know it wasn't terribly expensive. It did come with a stick, a stirring stick, but I don't know where I put it. So I'm stuck with this one. Because it came with a stirring stick, and I don't know where I put it. So at the moment, I'm going to light one of these fire starters. Let's say at least 20 likes. If we get 20 likes, I will light one of these fire starters so you can see how long it burns. So this is one of the fire starters I made out of sawdust. But I could get sawdust, but the sawdust I have collected, I'm just waiting for it to dry because a lot of the wood I cut is green. So these are my sample cups. That's why they're a little bit smaller. I just stole some from other restaurants where you can get those ketchup hot cups and whatnot. So I just grabbed a couple of those to test it. So this is made from sawdust. Obviously, it's a little bit bigger than those ones, but I got a whole bunch of these cups. I got a whole nother, I think I got like 100 or something like that. So I'm going to start putting paper in these while this melts so I can start making the fire starters. So you can put it like that, maybe. Put this bin here. And these get a pretty good burn, even with just the paper. I've seen some guys like put a wick in it or something to help get the fire going. But that's why I decided to try to see if this paper works. Because then if this paper works, the paper is going to already absorb it. And then all I got to do is just fill it up with the wax. And you don't even need to burn these whole things. You can get away with probably cutting it in half. You don't have to burn all of the fire starter at once while you're lighting your fire. So this is just regular paper or like a newspaper that's shredded up. So that's just regular newspaper. See how my wax is. Looks like my wax is almost melted. I still have a stirring stick somewhere, but I have no idea where I put it. add some more wax in it. Probably don't need that much wax, but so now we just got to wait for this matte wax to melt. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll try to answer them. So the camera angle is weird where my phone's tilted. That's why I look like I'm so short. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll do my best to try to answer them. So we're gonna let this. I don't know why sometimes it does this. There we go. It like zooms up for some reason. All right. So while we're letting this wax melt, maybe I'll light one of these fire. Yeah, I'll light one of these wax things. Let me find something to put it on, so if any wax drips, it's not messing up my metal, even though it doesn't really matter. Alright, so I got a can. Hopefully you'll be able to see the fire inside. So here's this. My barbecue lighter. I'm going to light one of these just so you guys can see how long these take to burn. I do have them linked. Should be somewhere. I'm not sure where. I don't think it's in the comments because this is mobile and I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. So it should be linked, like, or if you go into my profile, go to my store, you should be able to see it somewhere. So I'm going to light one of these. And then when somebody comes in a little while, I'll light another one just to show how it burns. So here, let me light this up real quick. I like to light it from both sides or from multiple sides. So keep an estimated time of how much it is. I think right now it's at, my live says 13:20. So we're gonna, he can move this closer so we can watch this and see about how long it takes to burn. So, but it's wax and paper, so it does, it will give a good enough fire to be able to light your fireplace. Like if you have kindling or whatnot, it would definitely be able to light it pretty quickly. No problem. So these ones, I could add more wax, but I was just trying to see like how much wax I could actually put in here. How much wax I could put in here, because you don't want too much where while you're using it to burn in the fireplace, then the wax is just, because once there's no paper to burn, the wax is just going to melt out. I did that with one of them and I put a lot of wax in it, and then it was burning, it was just the wax, it was burning quicker than it could melt the wax, which is not good. So right now we're melting some wax and seeing how long this takes to burn. Let me know if you can even hear me, because apparently I had my mic turned around backwards. So I don't know if you can even hear what I was talking about because I had my mic turned on backwards. Let me know if you can even hear me, because I just realized my mic was flipped around backwards, so the microphone was in my shirt. Now, if you were using this and you had kindling and stuff, this fire starter can easily Like if I had something like this kindling sitting over here like this, it's already going to be lighting it. So this is perfect. Right now I'm selling them for a 4-pack for $4, so pretty much $1 a pack. Obviously, if you're buying it online, there will be shipping, which I don't know how much it would be. Probably not much, because they don't weigh much, but I haven't actually calculated the shipping cost yet, so I don't exactly know how much the shipping cost is. So I'm just gonna let these, this still has chunks, I'm gonna let you watch this fire burn. I believe I said I started at 13 something, I forget. So I'm gonna let you watch this and let it burn a little bit. So let that melt, let that burn. Sorry, I had to do something. I figured it was a good time to leave. So this fire starter has been burning for about 6 minutes. It's still burning nice and strong. So this is something that if you want to use some fire starters, feel free to see. As you can see right here, this is some of the wax that is dripping out. So that's the only, I'm trying to figure out like how much candle wax to put in here, but also make it so, because if you have like a wood stove or something, you're not necessarily going to want candle wax here. So I'm trying to mess around with how much candle wax I put in there but still have it burn so it can burn. I'm hoping at least like 5-10 minutes, because that should be enough for you to light your fires. So I'm kind of experimenting. Still got some chunks in here. I could heat this a lot hotter, but then it just tends to burn the wax. So I like to slowly heat it up so I'm not burning the wax. And if you guys watch my channel, if you would like a shout out, it is $1 or more. So if you super chat me, super sticker me $1 or more, you will get a shout out. So these fire starters are perfect whether you have a little mini tabletop fire pit, even one of these big fire pits right over there. This fire starter is what you would like to buy, because it's perfect for lighting any type of fire. And because it's wax, if it gets wet, it still burns. Still got a little bit of chunks in here. I'll turn it up a little bit, but I don't want to burn it. And I can start pouring candles right now. Candles, fire starters. Alright, so spread these out a little bit so I have plenty of room to pour. I don't know if you can hear. Ooh, first super chat. Shout out to Sparkling Ice Cube 2. Sure thing, you can have a shout out. Thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. So go check out Sparkling Ice Cube 2. I'm sure she has wonderful content. Go check her out and give her a subscribe for me. See, you get a shout out and I get money. See how that works? I can make a little bit extra money. You hopefully, some people will go check out your channel. And hopefully you're subscribed. Turn this heat down so it doesn't burn it. Let that cool. So, alright, so I can set these aside. I might need more wax farther down the road. I'll see what it looks like as they start to dry. If it seems like I need to add more wax, which it's got a decent amount. Like if I turn it, you can see wax will pour out of them. Like if I even any of them, so there's a good amount of wax in there. So I shouldn't need to add more. So right now, our fire starter, it was like 13 minutes around there. So it's been burning solid for over 12 minutes. So that's not a bad fire starter right there. Your fire should definitely be blazing by then. If it's not my fire starter. It's not my fault. You might need to get some dry wood, because if that wood's not dry, there's no way it's by then. So let me get some more cups, and I'm going to start packing them with more paper. I'm trying to make it so I can package packets of 4. I mean, you can get more than 4 if you would like to, but I'm setting them so I can package them in 4. So if you are just got on, this is what I am making. They are fire starters. I have the link to my store down in the description. You can buy these. Right now on the store is free shipping for right now. I haven't decided on how much I'm going to ship them for, but as of right now, I'm only going to be shipping in the United States. Right, well, I guess technically in the country, yeah, United States, because I don't really want to go out of country yet, because I don't know how much it would cost me. So right now I'm just going to ship and stay within the country. So link is in my store, should be linked down below or somewhere to go buy these. You get 4. They are $4, so they are $1 a piece. This is one of the fire starters. It's been burning for around 25 minutes. So this is showing one of the fires, how long it takes to burn. So while that's still burning, I'm going to try to fill up some of these cups here. And then I got to get more wax in here and get it melting again. So let's get these filled. And the cool thing is, if this paper spills on the ground or whatnot, it's not even that big of a deal, because it will just get mulched up as we mow, and it will, or when it rains, it will just rot. So it's not even that big of a deal. I did do wood chips or sawdust, but then it was hard, from what I found, it was hard to light it, because the sawdust would light, but it seemed to take longer to light. So I didn't really like the sawdust. I mean, I have more drying right now, but add some more wax to this. Turn the heat up a little bit. So I have another question for you. I got another mic sitting right by this fire. Let me know if you can hear like the crackling of the fire. I'm not sure. I do have a mic over here to try to catch that fire sound. I don't know if it's actually working. Yeah, some of these cups I probably end up pouring a little bit more wax in there because I was letting it settle and get soaked into the paper. And some of them look like they could use some more. Well, there you go. So this took, if I calculated right, about 18 minutes to burn. Obviously, like if you had wood or something, it should help burn a little bit better. But 18 minutes, so I would estimate 10 minutes or 15 minutes of burn time. I don't think that's too terrible. So I'm making fire starters currently right now. I'm waiting for my wax to heat up. I just put my scoop. Oh, it's right here. And then this heat up again, and I will make another batch of fire starters. So these are the dry fire starters. Well, there's still a little liquid in them. So I'll let, that one should be good. So I'll put this on my cooling shelf. Let's see. This one probably has a little bit too much because that one was soaked in it. Let's see. That one should have plenty. That one should have plenty. So I'm just going to let these cool. After I'm done the live stream, I'll probably put them on a tray or something and pop them into the freezer. That way they can dry a little bit quicker than just sitting outside. Still got a decent amount of chunks in it. So we're going to let that sit for a little bit. If anybody knows what the diamonds are, on the live, if you look up somewhere on there, you can like give a diamond. I haven't figured out how to do that. So if anybody can figure out how to give a diamond, I think that would actually be pretty cool. Probably only going to be live streaming for an hour, depending on how much people are on. So these are some of the fire starters I made from sawdust. They work perfectly fine, but let's see if this one will let me pull it out. Well, this one's not too bad. A lot of them, I noticed when I pulled them out, it wasn't a lot of the bark, the wax hadn't soaked through, but that one's not actually not that bad. See if this one will let me show you. That's the one thing I didn't like. All right, so see how there's still some sawdust in here. There's still a whole bunch of sawdust here that the wax didn't soak through. Will it burn though? Yes, it will still burn, but it's not soaked in wax. So that's why I'm trying to do the shredded paper right now, to hopefully test and see if that seems to work better. I wish I could play music, but I don't know how to do that through mobile while I'm online. Well, there's some chunks in here, but I can still go ahead and pour some of it. I just got to make sure that the chunks don't fall. All right, now I got to put this back on, add more wax, and let that cool. I don't know how many of these I'm going to make, but probably at least a dozen or so. Maybe 2 or 3 dozen. Well, let's see how many I have. So I have a couple, maybe 2 or 3 dozen made right now. Well, while I'm getting this, I think I'm gonna, I have my mini fire pit. You're not even gonna be able to really see it. Would you be able to see it? I don't even know. Well, if the fire goes up, you'll be able to see it. So I'm going to take another one of my fire starters and I'm going to light that pit for you. So, I can figure out where it's hard to see, but this fire, you'll be able to see the fire pretty good. And you get something to watch while I'm making these. So it lights pretty easily because of this paper. So it lights pretty easily and ouch. So I'm going to put it in here. Let me see if this tripod raises a little bit so it's easier if my cord would let me. My cord won't let me. So maybe I can move this. Ouch, that's hot. Maybe I can move that there. Maybe I can move that a little closer. There, now you can see the, ow, ouch, the fire in there. So I'm going to go grab some kindling and some mini firewood. And I'm just going to get this fire nice and going. So, oh man, this leg don't like staying up. So we can get this fire going and have something to watch while I'm making some candles or fire starters. So just taking kindling like this, it should have this kindling blazing in no time. I would assume you would be able to put kerosene. I've never dealt with kerosene. So I wouldn't actually be able to answer that question because I've never done it, but I'm pretty sure you could, if kerosene dries, if you soak wood chips in the kerosene and the kerosene dries, then I don't see why not. It will work perfectly fine. I've not made larger logs. I could, but these burn for almost, I think we timed it, it was about 15 minutes. So if I made a massive log, it would just take forever to burn. I mean, unless you were just using it as just firewood. The big giant logs of like this wax kerosene or these little fire starters. These fire starters, they should light charcoal. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go grab some. I have mini firewood I have split. So these are mini logs that I've just split from old cookies and stuff that can't really use. And then I use them to throw in here, and they're perfect for this little mini fire pit. Now it's going to smoke a little bit because I kind of smothered the fire, but it will go. Yeah, so you're talking about like say when you go to Walmart, you buy those you're talking about when you go to Walmart, you can buy those. I believe that's what you're trying to say. But yeah, there's a lot of sawdust. You could always make a big one, I would imagine. I don't know how kerosene works either. I've never used it. I would assume kerosene would be the same. Why does this do this? It zooms in for some reason. Yeah, I could probably make a couple of those, and then all you got to do is you can either burn the whole thing or you can split it. Oh, I turned off my heat. No wonder my candles aren't, my wax isn't melting. Yeah, I would assume I would probably be able to do those. I still haven't really sold the fire starters yet. I'm still trying to get them moving, but once I get the fire starters moving, maybe I could try to do some logs. So I'm trying to see if some of these have a little bit too much wax in it. So I'm trying to drain some of it out. But I assume it would work. I mean, I'm not all that familiar. I mean, I never made the bigger logs, but I would assume those bigger logs will burn like it's nothing. I do have... Where did I put it? I made some fire starters. This one has the hello Blazing Adrian, how you doing? This one's made from sawdust. I did make a couple of these, but this wax for some reason didn't want to soak all the way. Some of them it did, but some of them it didn't want to soak all the way through. So I'm trying to figure out why the hot wax didn't want to soak all the way through. But if it soaks all the way through, I can make bigger logs. But right now, I don't know why it didn't soak all the way through. So it's just a trial and error at this moment. I've seen a couple people make these fire starters, and that's why I decided to make them. So my wood's, obviously I had kindling and stuff, but my wood's already pretty going a lot. I've seen some people do that where they melt the wax and then they dump it in a sheet where they have the mixture of either sawdust, or some people bought like the animal bedding because it's like bigger chunks of wood. I've seen some people do that and then just put it in a sheet, let it mix it with the dirt and sawdust or whatever, and then pack it into the muffin pans. I could do that, but I like doing it this way right now. It seems to work. So I like these because it's just, from when I was messing around, these seem to light a little bit easier than the sawdust ones, because the sawdust ones, you got to light just this paper first and wait for it to catch, and then it starts burning everything else. This, you got all this paper that you can light. It just seemed to light a little bit easier. Yeah, you could do that as well. I've seen people do that, where pouring the sawdust and then drizzle the wax over it. I made, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a couple. I pretty much did that, and I just kind of put it in like a cookie sheet and broke it up in like little pieces. I'm gonna show you them. Give me 1 second while I go grab them. Yeah, so I made them when I was trying to do some people. Is this something that you were talking about, kind of? This, I put it in a tray, put the sawdust in there, and then drizzled the wax over it. Is that kind of what you were talking about? So it's just, pretty much a sawdust cake. And this fire big and hot already. Sheesh. It's I assume that's what you're talking about. I'm gonna back my camera up so I don't melt this thing. Okay. Yeah. I've seen that. I'm just trying to mess around and try to see which one seems to work, and at the moment these ones seem to work pretty good. I might make like different prototypes and then try to see which one sells better. Yeah, and I got a lot of these cups for like almost, they were like less than like 6 cents a cup or something. So it's not even that bad. And I got a whole bunch of soy wax and stuff to melt. Oh yeah, I'm all for learning and try figuring it out to see what works, what sells. I was also told to use soy wax or like a food grade wax because you don't know what people are like. They might be using it to cook over. So that's what I got. Hi, Blazing Adrian. How you doing? How you doing? So that's what I did. Is I just bought food grade wax just so if you want to cook it over the fire, hopefully that's not a problem. Guess I gotta better pack these cups before my wax gets too melted. Okay. No, so he's like taking chunks of kindling and stuff like this and wrapping it. We send you diamonds? I have a crack in my screen. I'm thinking that's what you said. We sent you diamonds. I didn't see a thing saying I got sent diamonds. I just have the one super chat from Blazing Ice Cube 2 or something like that. Sparkling Ice Cube 2. That's the only one I see. Well, this wax is hot, so let me go make these real quick. Nope, that wax is all melted. See, this is what happens when I talk. The wax heats up, and then I'm not doing all this. And I gotta sit here and hope that this wax doesn't burn. Because anyway, if it burns, it just burns out the wax. It's already hot, so then it just pretty much evaporates it. This fire's roaring, and I only put three logs, 3 of these little mini logs, and this thing's amazing. I love this. And it's a solo stove, so it kind of takes the heat from holes down here and re-brings the heat back up, and it like re-burns it or something. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I got one of those, and I got a bigger one. I love it. All right, wax should be good. All right. Oh, so you're saying even smaller than this? So like, and then take a piece like this and soak it. Even just this soaking it shouldn't be that big of a problem. It's not a bad idea. Oh, you want to see my facial? Let me adjust this camera real quick. Just a woodhound having fun. I'm just trying to do some fire starting and hopefully get some fire starters done. So this is what I look like in all my glory. I know I don't look that good, but so let's get this. It always zooms up whenever I switch it to my front facing camera. Sometimes it zooms up. There we go. Now it's zoomed out. All right, let's get this poured before. I've also seen some people use egg cartons and then pack the sawdust and stuff in the egg cartons. And then all you have to do is rip the egg cartons. I've seen that, but right now we're using egg cartons for eggs. So I had to come up with another suggestion. Oh, that one's too full. Man, I'm filling some of these too full. You don't need that much wax in it. From what I've been experimenting, you don't need that much, just enough to soak the paper. And it still burns for like 20 minutes. Out of wax. Time for around whatever number. I wish my camera could zoom up on that fire better. It's like all blurry and glary. I don't know why. This one, trying to see if it looks like I need to add more wax to some of them. Some of them there's not much wax in it. Some of them I try to see if I have to add more. Because you don't want too much, because otherwise, see, like this has a little bit too much. Because otherwise, when you're trying to light stuff, you're gonna have wax spill all over. Like especially if you have it inside a fireplace, you're gonna have wax all in that fireplace. So that's what I'm trying not to do, is have too much wax in it. Just enough to soak it, and so it can light. That's my goal. I'm gonna have to go find my light. It's getting a little dark. Give me 1 second while I go find my light. Sorry if you're hearing my cameras go off. Keep walking by them and the cameras just keep going off. So hopefully you're not hearing all the notifications, but if you are, sorry about that. Whew. Whoops. Sheesh. I just dropped my phone right in that fire. Whew. That was close. You know, light my phone on fire. I'll probably do a couple more batches and then I'll just call it a night. My camera don't like staying still. I don't know why. Come on. Why is it all... It doesn't like this ground, I guess. Some of these fancy logs up here. There we go. I'm going to make a couple more. Is this wax burning or something? I think I put a little bit too much wax in there. Hopefully it doesn't burn. Because with wax, it's good to just slowly heat it. If you heat it up too fast, it'll just burn. Like this is because I got some wax on this tray. But with wax, it's always good to slow heat it. But you do not want to burn wax. Hey, you can't see this wax melting. And my light don't go any higher. Oh. Can you even see it? Can't even see it. There we go. So it's got a good amount, slowly melting. Let that melt. Let's see how many I got. I'm trying to figure out how many dozen I have. So right now I have about 4 dozen made. Not including these ones on the counter. If you're interested in purchasing some of these, go check them out in my store. Right now, free shipping. Nice fire starters. They light well. Leave it in the comments if you haven't seen this lit. And if I get a couple of people that want to see it burn, I can light another one for you. I gotta get more wood. Not to let it go out too much. There we go. It's probably too much logs, but you gotta have fun sometimes. Some of this wax is melted. So if it's melting, whoops, I can dump it in, but it's not fully melted. Probably gonna need more wax. I'll put a little bit more wax in there. If I don't use it all, I'll just try to make a couple more cups to help with it, so I don't have leftover wax. Can you hear the fire? Do I have to move my microphone closer? Because I had my microphone, but I don't know if it's catching the fire. So like if I hold it close, you can hear the fire. Well, you should be able to hear the fire. No, I've always loved melting wax. Melt them. So this is can melt wax and not get in trouble for it. Can you hear the fire? I'm just curious. Okay, because right now I don't even have a mic on the fire, so that's pretty cool. The annoying thing is just the wax heating up. The cool thing about this paper is you can just put it in your fire. Make it even hotter. If you think these are cool and you think you would buy them, let me know down in the comments if you would buy one of these. I do have them for sale. They're $4 each. I totally forgot to put wax in this one. All these should have wax in it. too much. Maybe I'll keep making little fire starters for, I don't know. What time is it? Maybe I'll finish this sleeve of I don't know how many, and then call it a night. I'm not sure. It depends on what I feel like doing. But it's already getting dark, so it's already hard to see. I don't have much wax left. Maybe I should just finish the rest of this wax. I don't know. I can go for 30 minutes. Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll get the live to like an hour and 30 minutes, and then I'll end it. Alright, so I guess whatever wax that fills up, and then I'll call it a night. Annoying thing is with this is it turns on and off. That's the only annoying thing. It doesn't just like stay on. This heats up, cools down, heats up, cools down. This will probably be my last batch. So I'm gonna bring in my wax. I got a whole box of wax. If they don't get wet. And then my paper. And then however long it takes for me to fill these, I'm going to fill these and then I'm going to call it a night. All this smoke is from wax that has dripped down the side and is touching this. That's what's burning right now. Got the thing on high trying to melt this wax, but it takes a little while. Let me add a couple more logs to that fire so it stays big while we're go out. If you're interested in these fire starters or even this mini fire pit, I can give you the information of where I bought this from, so you may purchase one as well. Okay, we got some liquid. A little too much. Whoops, I just dumped that all over my table. At least this wax, I can just scrape it up and reuse it again. Whoops, this thing's falling off. I guess I got wax on it. Yeah, I got burnt wax stuck to the bottom. See if that heats it up a little faster. Because I'm bored. I'm ready to end this live stream already. And I keep overfilling these. So I'm going to let these dry overnight, and then I can package them up so I can sell them. Now I'm going to leave them outside. I don't think. The sky is pretty clear, so I don't think it's going to rain. Hopefully it doesn't, because I don't want that to mess my fire starters up. That one's good. That one could use a little bit more. So could that one. Throw this back in the bag. So I don't know if you were here, but I timed it. Took about 15 minutes to burn. I keep getting wax all on this. And paper. That's what's burning. So these take about 15 minutes or so to burn. Enough time for you to light your fire. So if you're into fires and pits and barbecues and stuff, I have them online. They should be linked in the store. My firewood store should be linked there in the live stream, so you can go and check that out. They're $1 each. You probably don't even need to use a whole entire one. You probably could get away with cutting it in half, and it will still light your fire. All these gnats are starting to get out. I gotta end this pretty soon because I'm getting eaten alive by gnats. Alright, 2 more fire starters. Come on, wax melt. I'm getting eaten alive by stinking bugs. It's driving me crazy. That's all I got left of this wax. I'm trying to get some of this, ouch, wax off the side of this stupid pot. Burn that wax off. That's that color. All the wax being burnt. Man, these gnats, jeez. Especially with this light, they're bothering me. So. Trying to get the rest of my wax used. I'm gonna pour this wax in the rest of my fire starters. So here, whoops, well, there went the wax all on the table. So this is the fire starters that I made. No point in having that on anymore. Good thing is it's on the table and I can just scrape it up later. So these are all the fire starters that I made. Not sure why it's all of a sudden super dark. So these are all the fire starters I've made. Feel free to check them out in my store. If you're watching this live stream after it is no longer live, I'm going to try to link it down in the description or the comments. So for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the super chats. I hope you get more subscribers. And I am going to end this live stream. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.